Hello and welcome friends to the new video of my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about the schedules of Indian Constitution. The dimensions we are going to cover are introduction, objective of providing schedule in the Indian Constitution, and lastly various schedules. So let's begin with brief introduction. Schedules are basically tables which contain additional details not mentioned in the articles. There are 12 schedules in the Constitution of India. One of the first mention of schedule was made in the Government of India Act 1935, where it included 10 schedules. Later, when the Indian Constitution was adopted in 1949, it consisted of 8 schedules. To do with the amendment in the Indian Constitution, there are a total of 12 schedules. Now let's discuss about the objective of providing schedule in the Indian Constitution. The objective of the schedule is to make the Act's provisions less complicated by separating the legal element from the additional information, making it more brief and easy to understand. This division created by the timetable is also advantageous in the event of revision. If there is no such separation, every time the additional information needed to be updated, an update to the article itself would be required, which is a time-consuming process. Schedule is utilized not just in the Indian Constitution but also in a variety of laws for diverse purposes. It is used to establish a list of state and union territories as well as other subject matters that fall under the jurisdiction of the union, the state, or both. The schedule can also be utilized when a certain section or article of legislation requires additional clarification or information not included in the main text. Now let's discuss about the various schedules. First of all, we will discuss the first schedule of Indian Constitution. It contains the name of state and union territories, and a territorial jurisdiction of the states is also included. Moving on to the second schedule, the provisions in relation to the alliances, privileges, and emoluments of President of India, Governor of Indian States, Speaker of Lok Sabha and Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha, Chairman of Rajya Sabha and Deputy Chairman of Rajya Sabha, Speaker and Deputy Speaker of Legislative Assemblies of Indian States, Chairman and Deputy Chairman of Legislative Councils of the Indian States, Supreme Court judges, High Court judges, and Comptroller and Auditor General of India, that is CAG. Now let's discuss about third schedule. It contains the form of oath and affirmation for Union Ministers of India, Parliament election candidate, MPs, that is Member of Parliament, Supreme Court judges, Comptroller and Auditor General, State Minister, State Legislature election candidate, State Legislature members, and High Court judges. Shifting to fourth schedule, it contains the provisions in relation to the allocation of seats for state and union territories in the Rajya Sabha. Fifth schedule, it contains the provisions in relation to the administration and control of scheduled areas and scheduled tribes. Sixth schedule, it contains the provisions in relation to the administration of tribal areas in the state of Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, and Mizoram. Now, seventh schedule, Article 246 of the Constitution confers the legislative powers on the Parliament and state legislatures on the subject enumerated in the seventh schedule. This schedule deals with the three legislative lists. First is Union. It is a list of 98 originally 97 numbered items as provided in the seventh schedule. The Union Government or Parliament of India has exclusive power to legislate on matters relating to these items. Second list is state list. It is a list of 59 originally 66 number items. The respective state government have exclusive power to legislate on matters relating to these items. And third list is concurrent list. It is a list of 52 originally 47 numbered items. This item includes which are under the joint domain of the Parliament as well as the respective states. Now let's discuss the 8th schedule. 8th schedule deals with the 22 official languages recognized by the Constitution. 22 official languages are Assamese, Bengali, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Kashmiri, Konkani, Malayalam, Manipuri, Marathi, Nepali, Odia, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Sindhi, Tamil, Telugu, Urdu, Bodo, Dogri, Santhali and Maithili. Of these languages, 14 were initially included in the constitution. Sindhi language was added by the 21st Amendment Act of 1967, whereas Konkani, Manipuri and Nepali were included by the 71st Amendment Act of 1992. And Bodo, Dogri, Santhali and Maithili were included by the 92nd Amendment Act of 2003, which came into force in 2004. Now let's discuss about the ninth schedule. Ninth schedule deals with the state acts and regulations that deal with land reforms and evolution of the Zamindari system. It also deals with the act and regulations of the parliament dealing with other matters. The First Amendment Act of 1951 added this schedule to protect the laws included in it from the judicial scrutiny on the ground of violation of fundamental rights. However, in 2007, the Supreme Court ruled that the laws included in this schedule after April 24, 1973 are now open to judicial review. Now let's discuss about the 10th schedule. It contains the provisions in relation to the disqualification of the members of parliament and state legislatures on the ground of defection. This schedule was added by the 52nd Amendment Act of 1985, also known as Anti-Defection Law. Grounds of disqualification are: if an elected member gives up his membership of a political party voluntarily, if he votes or abstains from voting in the House contrary to any direction issued by his political party, if any member who is independently elected joins any political party, and if any nominated member joins any political party after the end of 6 months. Now the exception under the anti-defection law are: in the situation where two-thirds of the legislators of a political party decide to merge into another party, neither the members who decide to join nor the ones who stay with the original party will face disqualification. Any person elected as chairman or speaker can resign from his party and rejoin the party if he demands that post. Earlier, the law allowed parties to be split, but at present, this has been outlawed. Deciding authority. Any question regarding disqualification arising out of defection is to be decided by the presiding officer of the House. Now let's discuss the 11th schedule. It contains the provisions that specify the powers, authority and responsibilities of Panchayat. This schedule was added by the 73rd Amendment Act of 1992. It has 29 matters. This amendment implements the Article 40 of the DPSP, which says that state shall take steps to organize a village panchayat and endow them with such powers and authority as may be necessary to enable them to function as units of self-government, and have upgraded them from non-justifiable to justifiable part of the Constitution. It has put constitutional obligation upon states to enact the Panchayat Raj Acts as per the provision of Part 9. However, states have been given enough freedom to take their geographical, political, administrative and other conditions into account while adopting the Panchayat Raj system. Now lastly, let's discuss about the 12th schedules. 12th schedule contains the provisions that specify the powers, authority and responsibilities of municipalities. This schedule was added by the 74th Amendment Act of 1992. It has 18 matters, including urban planning, including town planning, regulation of land use and construction of buildings, planning for economic and social development, roads and bridges, and water supply for domestic, industrial and commercial purposes, etc. So that's all for today. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.